In the quiet suburban town of Brookridge, nestled between gentle hills and oak-lined streets, Officer Ryan Mercer and his K-9 partner, Titan, were more than just a team. They were legend. Titan was a powerful, intelligent Belgian Malinois with eyes that mirrored the same intensity and discipline as his handler. For nearly 5 years, they had worked side by side tracking suspects through dense woods, responding to domestic emergencies, and sometimes just waving at kids on their morning patrols. In every call, every mission, Titan was more than a trained doe, was family. That Sunday morning, the skies above Brookridge were a crisp shade of blue, streaked only by the occasional white contrail and dotted by the golden flicker of early autumn leaves. Ryan adjusted his sunglasses, scanning the empty sidewalks while Titan sat alert in the rear of the patrol car, his ears perked and his gaze fixed forward. They were making routine round school zones, residential backstreets, city parks. Quiet, peaceful. But in Brookridge, peace never lasted long. The calm was broken by the urgent crackle of the radio. Unit 4, this is dispatch. We've got a report of reckless motorcyclists near Linton Park. Multiple calls. Families fleeing the area. Proceed with caution. Ryan leaned forward, jaw tight. Copy that. Out. He glanced in the rearview mirror. You hear that, Titan? Time to get to work. Titan barked once short, sharp, like a soldier acknowledging an order. Ryan hit the siren, swung the car in a wide turn, and sped down Maple Drive. By the time they reached Linton Park, the damage had already begun. 6 bikers clad in torn leather, dark helmets, and face coverings were tearing through the walking trails, their tires ripping through grass and flower beds, engines roaring like wild beasts. Children cried. Parents pulled strollers to safety. Park benches were overturned. A woman clutched her toddler to her chest and ducked behind a tree. Ryan slammed the brakes, jumped out, and opened Titan's door. The dog leapt down instantly, poised beside him, low and ready. The bikers didn't stop. One turned toward Ryan and revved his engine loudly, daring him. Police! Ryan shouted, drawing his voice above the chaos. Cut the engines. Get off the bikes now. The biker closest him laughed high, mocking. He removed his helmet, revealing a face twisted in arrogant amusement. You think your little mud is going to stop us, officer? He spat. Ryan didn't flinch. Titan growled low, a guttural, primal sound that made even nearby witnesses take a step back. But the challenge had been made. Without warning, the biker kicked his machine into gear and surged forward, not toward Ryan but toward Titan. It happened in a flash. The rider angled sharply, and just as Titan took a step forward, the biker extended his heavy steel-toed boot and struck Titan with full force in the ribs. Titan yelped an awful, heart-wrenching cry and tumbled to the pavement, landing hard, his side heaving with pain. Titan! Ryan's voice broke as he rushed to his partner. The bikers roared with laughter, then sped off, their engines trailing dust and contempt. Ryan dropped to his knees beside Titan, whose body trembled with effort as he tried to stand. Now stay down, buddy. I've got you. I've got you. Ryan gently laid a hand on Titan's head, trying to soothe the pain coursing through his partner's body. His voice cracked. His breath hitched. It wasn't just injury, it was betrayal. That attack wasn't just on a doge, it was on loyalty, service, and the bond they shared. Within minutes, backup arrived. An ambulance for Titan was called. Officers secured the area and took statement from terrified parkgoers. As the paramedics loaded Titan into a stretcher designed for K-9 units, Ryan stayed close, his hand never leaving the dog's shoulder. I promise you, he whispered through clenched teeth, they're going to pay for this. Back at the precinct, Ryan worked with laser focus. His hand shook, but his mind was ice cold. Security footage from the park gave him everything he needed. He enhanced the video, paused, zoomed until a patch on one of the bikers' jackets came into full view. Crimson Hounds. A local biker gang known for bar fights and illegal drag races, but never something this bold. They operated out of an abandoned grain silo just beyond the eastern edge of town. Ryan knew it. They weren't careful. They never needed to be until now. Before he moved in, he stopped by the Brookridge Veterinary Trauma Center. Titan lay sedated, a monitor beeping steadily beside him. The vet, Dr. Alicia Monroe, nodded at Ryan with a mixture of sympathy and confidence. He's strong. There's bruising, a hairline rib fracture, but he'll heal. It'll take time. Ryan nodded, but said nothing. He reached into the kennel and touched Titan's head. The dog's eyes fluttered open for a moment, just long enough for their gaze to meet. You rest up, soldier, Ryan whispered. I'll take care of the rest. That night, with authorization from the department, Ryan organized a tactical response. It wasn't about vengeance, it was justice. This wasn't just a crime, it was a message. If people could attack police dogs and laugh about it, what next? As the team surrounded the grain silo, laughter and the sound of clinking glass drifted from inside. Music blared. The Crimson Hounds were celebrating. Ryan adjusted his bulletproof vest. This is for Titan, he muttered. He gave the signal. The team moved in. Flashbangs. Shouting. Doors kicked in. Chaos. The bikers scrambled, surprised and disoriented. One lunged toward the back exit, only to be tackled by Officer Ramirez. Another tried to grab a makeshift weapon, but was dropped by Officer Linton's taser. Ryan, however, had his eyes on one man, the leader, the one who had kicked Titan. The biker recognized him. You again? Man, it was just a dog. Before he could finish the sentence, Ryan took him down hard. Knee to chest. Cuffs snapped around the man's wrists. You think it's funny to hurt an animal who's done more for this town than you ever will? Ryan's voice was low, restrained fury boiling beneath the surface. The biker stammered. I didn't mean to. Save it, Ryan snapped. The operation ended with all 6 gang members arrested and charged with multiple counts, including animal cruelty, reckless endangerment, and assault on a law enforcement officer. The news spread fast. Within hours, local stations picked up the story. By morning, it had gone national. Photos of Titan in recovery circulated alongside footage of the raid. Citizens wrote letters. Children made cards. Titan became a symbol, a quiet warrior wounded in the line of duty. A week later, Ryan returned to the hospital. Titan, still bandaged but upright, wagged his tail furiously when he saw his partner. Despite the ache in his side, he stood. Ryan dropped to one knee, opening his arms. Easy, buddy, he laughed as Titan nearly bowled him over, licking his face, whining with joy. I told you I'd handle it. Titan leaned into him, his weight heavy but welcome. Together, they walked out slowly but side by side, just like always. In the weeks that followed, the town of Brookridge rallied. A mural of Titan was painted on the wall of the precinct. Schools invited Ryan and Titan to speak. A local animal rights group started a fund in Titan's name for injured canines across the country. The mayor presented them both with medals of honor during a town hall packed with cheering citizens. As for the Crimson Hounds, they faced trial. The leader received the harshest sentence, with the judge citing not only the act itself, but its symbolic weight. To attack a service animal, the judge said, is to attack the very shield that guards our communities. But for Ryan, the most important moment came not in court, not on the news, but one quiet night weeks later. He sat on his porch, a mug of coffee in hand, Titan resting at his feet. They try to break us, he said softly. Titan looked up at him, eyes calm and wise. But they never will. And the dog, without a word, laid his head against Ryan's boot, the same way he always had. Because some partnerships aren't just forged in training theory, forged in loyalty, in sacrifice, and in the unspoken promise that no matter what comes, they'll face it together. And in Brookridge, everyone knew, as long as Officer Ryan Mercer and Titan walked those streets, they were never truly alone.